Good morning, ladies. Happy Thursday. I hope this message finds you well. We're in week 3, day 4 of Journey to Freedom, Bible devotion, a study in the life of Moses. Hopefully this message finds you well and you're on your way to work. We'll get ourselves going. We are to read Exodus chapter 15 today, and today's topic is called The Redeemed Sing. And today's devotion goes like this. Salvation results in doxology. Doxology is a structure for liturgy or public worship. This form is evident in the psalms, hymns, or other songs of praise. After seeing the Egyptians fall to the power of the Lord, Moses and the Israelites cannot contain their joy and overflow in exuberant praise on the sandy shores of the Red Sea. They lift their voices to the Lord as one. Their words proclaim God is their strength, song, and salvation. He is the covenant God of their ancestors. This is a victory poem, and God is the mighty warrior who has won the battle. Knowing his name, they proclaim Yahweh as the holy God. He is unlike the gods of Egypt and Canaanite god Baal. The one true God has come to reclaim a place for his people and expel the rule of pagan idols. The Israelites' trust is bolstered. They know God will lead them to his holy dwelling place. They are his redeemed, a people freed from bondage and restored to his possession. He will cover them with his faithful love. Moses and the Israelites remember the details of the event. Their song recites the water rising and falling by the breath of God and the sea crashing down on the Egyptian chariots. No other enemy will have a chance. They call out the Canaanite nations, Philistia, Edom, and Moab. All will hear of the Lord's great works and shudder when they see the Israelites travel throughout the region. They will fear the Lord and be still in their sight. God will lead the Israelites to his holy mountain. They will be planted in the place he prepared for them. Moses recalls the sanctity of Mount Horeb, where he first met God in Exodus chapter 3. He knows the mountain is associated with divine worship and will be the place from which God will rule. At the end of the song, the Israelites celebrate the Lord's reign and his external kingdom. God has kept his word to free the Israelites from slavery. He has kept his covenant promises to make Abraham's family into a great nation, bring them to the land of Canaan, and be their God forever. God has proclaimed a people, gifted his presence, and established a place for his glory. Though the chorus song has concluded, the party does not cease. Aaron's sister Miriam leads the women in dancing, playing the tambourine, and singing. Scripture identifies her as a prophetess who must have awaited the Lord's salvation and preached of future deliverance through her younger brother Moses. Surely Moses looks at the people who were once bitter and downcast and now sees their radiance, reflecting the honor and brilliance of the one who made them and keeps his covenants. But how long would their disposition last? A shepherd knows his sheep. God knows the Israelites are celebrating now and will return to rebellion. Though no longer physically chained, their hearts are still bound by sin. But God will test the Israelites to refine them and improve their obedience. Moses leads the Israelites to the wilderness of Shur. For 3 days they journey without water. The people are beginning to tire and weaken. They could become restless and worried. At a place called Marah, they find a source of water, but they are unable to drink it. The water's bitter taste should remind them of the unpleasant life they left in Egypt and cause them to lean on the Lord for strength. But instead, they complain to Moses about their present troubles. They fail the first test in the wilderness. Moses prays to the Lord to provide refreshment for them, and he has Moses throw a tree in the water to make it drinkable. Again, God turns a bitter situation into a satisfying one. Though the Israelites did not trust him, God still keeps his covenant, but he reveals that they must obey to enjoy the covenant blessings. God is the initiator and sustainer of their covenant bond, but obedience is the expression of loyalty and love to God from the human side. If they disobey, the Israelites will suffer the same plague sent to the Egyptians. After establishing the stipulations for the covenant, God takes them to Elim, a lush place full of spring water and date palm trees. He abundantly blesses them, giving them more than what they sought. In today's passage, we see that Moses leads the people to the song in Lord. The Lord's saving word was the reason for their praise. But moments later, under fatigue and dehydration, their singing quickly turns to grumbling. We too fall into the same habit. Our joys turn onto bitterness, and we stop singing the Lord's praises when we focus too much on the things we lack rather than on the salvation we have received. But Jesus is our chief worship leader. He sings God's praises publicly, referenced in Hebrews chapter 2, verse 12. A song is always on his lips, and he leads us in worship, referenced in Matthew chapter 26, verse 30. Whether in times of strength or weakness, we should seek Jesus for a song to lift our gaze to him and give us a spiritual perspective surpassing present circumstances. And that is it for today's devotion, ladies. We have 3 questions I'll post in the bottom of the video. First question is, what part of Moses' song stands out to you? Second question is, what does public worship show about our salvation in Jesus? And lastly, what song can you sing to the Lord today? And that is all for today's devotion. I hope you ladies enjoyed it as much as I did. If you want to talk about it, send me a message through Facebook, Instagram, or write comments down here. But I appreciate you all. We will talk soon. Have an amazing day.